Hello, my friends. I am G Hondo, and welcome to an episode where I'll be playing some Railroad Tycoon 3 scenarios. And I just want to preface real quick by saying, for those of you who have watched my earlier Railroad Tycoon 3 or are watching or have been watching my OpenTTD series, you'll probably notice right away a drastic difference in the sound balance. Um, I've figured out what happened there and I've made some corrections. So the earlier Railroad Tycoon 3s where my voice is very muffled, hard to hear, and that same issue was in the OpenTTD series up until around episode 16 or 17 or so. I don't remember exactly when I fixed it, but it was somewhere in that neighborhood. So anyway, with that aside, let's get started for today. So I'm going to be diving into the scenarios, and I've already played the Tex-Mex, so today we're going to do the next one, which is the Spanish Mainline. And oh, okay, this one is no computers. Okay, that's fine, we'll leave it on medium, and let's get started. I've played the campaign of Railroad Tycoon 3 several times, but I've not played much of the scenario, so most of this is new to me, although I am very familiar with the game itself. But I'm not familiar with these scenarios, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to leave this on the screen for a minute so those of you who are interested in this can read that. I don't tend to worry too much about the flavor text, so I just skip along, but I've left it up there, so if you're interested, pause the video and have a read. I'm only interested in the actual objectives. So looks like we're connecting Madrid and Barcelona in 25 years. That and industry profit and more industry profit. So this is going to be an industry mission. 5 years, you'll be charged 150K annually. That's not very nice. If you do not have it, you'll default. If you default 6 times, you lose. Wow. Okay, so they're basically just going to be taxing us every year, and if you fail the tax too many times, you just outright lose. There's nothing about outside of the actual connection here about actually running trains or anything, and neither of the other conditions are anything but industry. So I think this one's going to be one where we're going to spend the first several years just basically just building up our industry base and probably not even going to bother building an actual train. So it's going to be kind of a weird mission. But anyway, let's go ahead and name our company here. G Hondo Spanish Mainline. Let's find ourselves a nice symbol to use. Sure, big star, why not? Okay, and now we'll go ahead and we'll orient ourselves to the north so I have some idea of where I am. Okay, well there's Madrid right there. And if my geography of Spain is on point, Barcelona is on the east. There it is, okay. So that's a pretty long trip. The terrain, see a lot of hills and rivers. The forests don't really matter, but these hills and rivers. So I can foresee this being a pretty expensive rail to build. So I think that's going to be basically the very last thing that we do is we're just going to build the rail just so we are officially connected. So basically we're going to solve the bronze victory condition after we've already beaten the silver and gold conditions. So we're going to basically be playing it a little bit backwards. Now, for those of you who aren't terribly familiar with this game, certain things on the map are static, like obviously where the cities are, and some of the buildings that they contain, like these warehouses. These are fixed by the scenario designer, but a lot of the map is randomly generated in terms of what other industries are around. Like say, for example, I could just pick one here, let's say grain. On some maps, oh wow, this is going to be a good example actually. On some maps, I could load this same scenario up and there would be dozens of grain farms. And on this map, I only see one over there. Yeah, so there's a grand sum of one grain farm, and it's in Portugal. Now let's see if I actually have access in Portugal. No. So there's the grand sum of one grain farm, and I can't use it. So I hope nobody actually wants to eat. So that's not going to go well. All right. Well, we have produce as well. Okay, there's a couple of those. Not very many either. So with no grain and very little fruit, we're definitely not going to have alcohol production very well. Okay. So, but anyway, at this point, my job here is I need to find some profitable industries to invest in. Generally, grain, produce, and wool are usually profitable, especially grain and produce because everyone needs to eat. So I'm going to start with some produce. Let's see if I can find... There's a produce farm right there. And to make sure you're getting a decent investment, because we're probably going to later have to uh, float some bonds to keep buying, you generally consider yourself paying approximately 10% in interest. So basically what you want to look at is the price compared to how these ones are on average doing. If you're basically paying, in this case, I would say this company here, or this orchard here, we'll call it generally 80K, because that's about what it's going for. So if it was anything 800K or over, it's not a good investment, but anything under 800K, and it is. This one only wants 700, it's a good investment, we're going to take it. So that's a good start. The other thing we're going to do right off the bat is we're going to helpfully milk our shareholders for their money, because we don't have to worry about how the stock does. Like, there's no personal wealth goals on this one at all. So I truly could not care less what the stock price is or what the shareholders think. So I'm going to try and remember every January, because you can only do it once a year, to go ahead and just take free money out of the company that way. Because why shouldn't we? Anyway, so let's find another industry. Like I said, there's not much in produce. Well, there's another couple over here. And so again, so this one's about 67, we'll say. So if this is about 670, okay, so we can see again, this is a good investment because it's only 550. So we'll take it. And there was another one right beside it here, about the same, slightly more expensive, but that's okay. We don't have quite enough for it yet, and we should not be able to get more because, oh, actually, our stasis okay. Ouch. We'll have to pay 11% on it, but I think it'll still be worth it. Because this will make, that's basically, we're paying 55,000 a year in interest, but this is going to make us about 70. So definitely worthwhile. So we'll take that. I don't know if we're going to be able to get anything with that, but let's see if we can find... sometimes wool is pretty cheap, and if so, we'll take one. So this one's about 270. I would want to pay for it. It's 260. It's close stuff. So this one's pretty much a break-even one, so we'll take it. There's no chance I'm going to find something else for that, so we'll just call that even. And we'll go ahead and put the speed up. And we can watch how the company does here. The one nice thing about taking over industries, especially ones like the fruits and grain and wool, ones that are always profitable, is you never have to worry about the big dips up and down. Early on when you're just building trains, especially when you only have a couple, right? A train arrives, you make a good pile of money, but then you just have nothing but expenses until it arrives back the other way, fuel and maintenance and all that sort of thing. Whereas with the industries, I mean, yes, we are still paying expenses, like labor and materials and that sort of thing. As long as you have invested in one that's actually profitable, like all the ones we are doing, what they're making will overcome that, and they're generally paid at about the same time. So instead of watching your money jump up and down and up and down and up and down and just kind of hoping it goes up overall, we can just watch it pretty much just slowly but steadily climb. So that's very good. There was another... Is there any other sheep farms? Because we might be able to pick up... Oh, there's a couple up here. We might be able to pick up one with what we've got now. This one's pretty much break even. We'll take it. And this one is as well. I'm expecting, because I'm going to be milking the shareholders a lot, the board of directors is probably going to be angry at me most of the game, but I really don't care. The only thing I'm really going to be interested in is going to be here, watching this tick up. And obviously I need to keep an eye out for this once this starts in a couple of years. So let's go ahead and give us some free money at the company's expense. Fantastic. And if we wanted to, we could go ahead and issue another bond. I'm not sure if I'm going to yet. First, let's pick up what we can without. I mean, I certainly don't mind taking bonds because, like, borrowing money and then investing it, I mean, it takes money to make money, but I don't really like the idea of paying 11% because you have to find a pretty good place to invest, and basically even then all you're going to really do is break even. Well, there is a grain farm here. That must have... Did that not show up? Oops, sorry about that. Is this... Did I miss that, or is this new? I probably just missed it because they're hard to see, but there's actually some grain farms up here. Well, that's very good. So if we can, I'm going to take it. And in fact, I am going to do an 11% bond to get some grain farms. Grain farms are always good. There's nothing up here. I don't know if we'll have quite enough for it. I will let this one go a little bit and see, because it's not doing so well. If it starts improving, I'll pick it up. Yeah, it's going to be fine. As you can see how much it's jumping. It's only May, and it's already May 26, so we'll pick it up before it grows too much. Because what it tries to do is it takes an average of what it's made so far to try and guess what it thinks it's worth. So, like, if I try to buy it right now, the price will probably jump to 260 or 300, whereas I got it for 220. So, right now, that makes it a much better investment. Probably can't get much of anything with that, but I'll keep an eye out for wool, because, like I say, wool's, like, the sheep farms tend to be relatively cheap. Well, should be a very good one. I should be able to pick that up. If that jumps faster than the price jumps. Got it. Perfect. So there's another good investment. Oh yeah, dividend. That's the other thing. Well, they've done it anyway. I should have said I could have shut the dividend off. There's no point in paying it because we do not have any personal net worth goals. Oh, they're actually not that angry yet. Well, I'm sure I'll fix that later. Anyway, let's pause here and let's... Oh, it hasn't been quite... There we go. Free money at the company's expense, always a good thing. And then we're still at 11% bonds. What I might be able to do, maybe if I pay one of them down, that'll improve my credit rating. I might be able to get, 9 or 10%. Those I wouldn't mind so much. Or I could just wait until we have 400 and buy this fruit orchard while it's still a good deal. That would work as well. Yeah, they figured out that they're going to be worth more than that. But still, even at 450, I'd consider this a decent deal. Cuban revolt's at an end. Okay. Not entirely sure why the interest rate would rise when war ends. That seems kind of backwards to me, but who knows? That's probably why I don't work at a bank. Anyway, we're just waiting to see if I can rack up enough here to buy this fruit orchard. I consider 450 a fair price. If it jumps up to 5, I might not buy it, but at 450 I definitely will. Because this is definitely worthwhile at that price. Oh, the price is definitely going to go up a bit. So hopefully I can get it before it jumps too much. When the economy improves, of course, everything simply makes more money, so they're gonna evaluate themselves higher. So it's only a case of if I can get in there before, yeah, they've already started rising the price a bit. I'm okay even at 500. I don't really want to pay 550, but I'm totally okay at 500. Let's jump to 6. I might, well, let's see if I can get some here. That way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll go at 6. That's a little bit high. I'm not sure that's really an ideal investment, but it's not bad. And especially for however long this... Oh, that's interesting. Just built a new farm right there. However long this high-end economy goes, it's definitely going to be worthwhile. So I have a couple things around just right here I'm going to seriously consider picking up if I can. Because both these sheep farm and a fruit orchard are always profitable, so they're great things to have. What do we have here? Jose Marti, PRC. Should sympathize with the Cubans. Slavery? Whoa. Oh, yeah, this is the 1800s, so there may very well have been slavery there. Consider advocating the cause of the people when you next meet with the king. King of Spain in the 1880s. Alfonso the First. If I remember my history. That's gonna be scary. I mean, it's definitely a good thing to, try and help people, but at the same time, I'm not sure I really want to upset the king, so... Well, that didn't take long. Well, I guess we can at least bring his name up. There's no harm in that. And here's where it gets scary. I could just say, back out without anything happening. I could say that I agree that slavery should end there, or I could really just completely cut them off. I'm going to risk the king being angry and suggest that this Marti guy has some good ideas. Yeah, he looks surprised. Oh, he doesn't. There's no immediate blow up anyway. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, it's fun little flavor events. Let's pick up this sheep farm. Good. And now we'll start saving up for this fruit orchard. Oh, even stronger economy. Okay. So the price will jump up, but we'll also be making more money off our current investments, so it should all work out. What are we doing here? Well, the share price is really good, so I was about to say, yeah, it should probably split, which means the board of directors should be very happy with me. Yes, even though I didn't really do anything. And we're already, wow, already well on the way to this, and it's only been, what, a few years? 4 years? It's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and milk that. No, not quite enough. Very close. Okay, I'm not sure I'm interested in a furniture factory. Oh wow, they actually invited to a meeting. Well, either that's going to go really, really well for him, and he's going to convince the king that these changes, nice little spelling error there, that these changes are a good thing, or he's going to get beheaded for upsetting the king. So, who knows? I guess he'll just have to bravely go and see. We'd like this to tick up before this price jumps too much more. Hurry, hurry, hurry. There we go, got it. Okay. So now we're raking it in. This is very good. And without a single train. I know you're probably thinking, well, why are you playing a railroad game and not building any trains? But this particular mission really doesn't really want it. So, sometimes you get weird scenarios like that, but that's part of the fun. Alright, any other wool? I already bought that one. Okay. Any other wool nearby? There's some over here. But we'll definitely take that one. It's already definitely a good investment. What about this grain farm here? Well, that's not bad either. Depending on how much the price jumps up during this boom time. This does seem like one that'll be worth having. Ah, that has started. Okay, so that means we're near 5 now. That just really sucks. But anyway. They're happy. Everything's fine. Yeah, I'm already over a quarter of the way done this, so that part at least seems very easy. Oops. Well, hasn't been that yet. There we go. 3 money. Now, here, so we can get 6%. So what I'll do is I'll take a 6% bond to pay off this 11 bond. I'll take another one to pay off the other one, so I just knocked 5% off the interest rate without really doing anything. So between the two loans, I just made the company $50,000 a year in savings. So that will be good. All right. And they still are willing to give me more sixes. So what I could do, I could take a bunch of these out and then see about investing in a more expensive thing instead of something like wool or produce or something that always make money, but it's very little. See about maybe a meat plant or steel maybe. Not seeing a whole lot in terms of meat here. Let's try steel. Okay, here's a couple. So that's not a good steel mill to invest in, which means this one's probably also bad. Okay. So that must mean there's not enough iron or coal getting here. But here's iron and coal both up here. The other thing I could do is I could buy out these mines and then build a train and then buy out one of these steel mills, wherever they went. I've lost it now, but somewhere around here there was a couple of steel mills. Buy them, knowing that then they will be receiving goods because I'm going to be shipping them myself. Well, that's an option. Take a lot more money than we've got, but that is an option. I could float bonds to do it. I'm just not sure I want to. Even at 6%, I'm not sure I want to do that. But I think I will buy the actual mines because those, generally speaking, will always be good. They're also really hard to find on the map. Yeah, so this coal mine's fine, so we'll take it with bond. And where was that iron mine? It was just over here. Yeah. This iron mine. That's also a decent deal. That I think we'll just wait and pick up. And I won't take another bond just for that. We're already so close to it. There we go. Okay. Well, the economy is starting to fade, but we should still be okay. Where are they sending these right now? They are trying to send them south, which means they probably are trying to get to that steel mill. The coal mine, which is so hard to find again. Where are you sending your coal right now? Okay, so you're sending yours away. Something over here must also be asking for coal and giving a better price. That's why those steel mills are failing. They may be able to get this iron eventually. It'll take a while, but they'll get it. But the coal's not going that way, so they'll never get coal, and therefore they'll never make any steel. So I'm definitely not investing in those. Okay. Let's see what else we might get. Cheese. Okay, apparently cheese is very expensive, but nobody's producing it, so that would make... So there's no way I can do that. Alright, clothing. There's quite a few. These are probably textile mills. That's what usually makes clothing. Yeah. Well, first we have to have the year end. I'm still mostly happy. Almost halfway to that one already. Okay, so this textile mill is not doing well. Although there is a lot of wool coming, so it could be just that it hadn't arrived yet, and it's just now starting to arrive. So it might be worth buying this, kind of, getting in at the ground floor, so to speak. So this textile mill is at least running. It's making some money here. It also could be possibly a problem that there's just too many. Oh, wow. Yeah, so this textile mill here is doing fantastic, and these other ones may not do so well because this one will be taking all of the wool. And speaking of wool, there's no reason I shouldn't own all of these sheep farms that are supplying it, starting with you. Because they are definitely going to be profitable because we know for a fact that they're supplying that textile mill. So 100% certain they're going to be profitable. Where's the next one? Right here. 400. Yep, that'll work. Perfect. So I'll be more than happy to take all of those off their hands. And there's one more here. I can almost get, just shouldn't only take another month or two to save up for that. There we go. Beautiful. Turning into quite the sheep baron. Okay, Marti gets tax reform for Cuba, so they negotiated, and he was successful. So that should make them quite happy. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, let's keep looking for lumber. Things to invest in. Oh, that's from a port. You can't buy ports. Okay, never mind. What else can we look for? Milk. Though, I say a border there, do we have access in France? No. Okay. I mean, I could, like, purchase rights, but I'm not sure I want to add $1 million to the cost of the first thing I buy over here. It would have to be a really, really good investment. Anyway, other than that, I don't see... Oh, there's one, and it is not just on our side of the Portugal border. It is profitable. It's expensive. I'm just going to keep an eye on this and see how this goes. Oh, awesome. Slight downfall to that. I already had a AAA rating, so that really didn't do anything. But I do appreciate the attempt. Hey, there's a grain farm. Why don't I own you yet? Let's fix that. Probably because the price keeps jumping. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Oh, it jumped right as I clicked. That's not nice. Got it. Okay, so yeah, this is... Oh, okay, this dairy farm's definitely... If it's already made 92 this year, year's not even over yet, and they only want 7 for it, then I will take out bonds to get that. Even if they are 7%, that's still definitely worthwhile. I'll take that. Let's see. There's another one down here. Again, just inside the border. This one's well established, very expensive. I'm going to pass on that one. Let's see. That's in Portugal. Okay, that looks like it. Actually, Pamplona, there was a message that one is being built in Pamplona. It's a dairy processor, so it's going to convert that milk into cheese. Which is very interesting, because cheese, I know, had good prices along most of the map. Well, somehow they've already all dropped. I guess because it actually is being serviced now. But so I don't know if this is going to work out or not. How far away is the nearest milk? Over here, and it looks like they should be able to haul it down here. The little tycoonatrons, like basically the people that live here, they don't have to worry about access rights. Like anything from here that they are moving themselves, i.e. they're slowly flowing, can cross borders without issue. It's just companies like mine that have to worry about such things. But if these dairy farms start hauling that milk this way, 193, 240, and they might, because the price is really good. Well, it's really good here too, so they may not. It's hard to say. So I'm going to give them a few months to kind of decide which way they're going to go. It still looks like, yeah, they're still flowing these this way. I guess the price, they'd much rather just service here. Well, that's unfortunate. Yes, yes, bank tax, thank you. They're still okay with me. We've got crossed the halfway mark, and we're still not halfway through the mission. Excellent. And sometime in February, we can go ahead and milk more money out of the company. Alright, now what else can we invest in? Ammunition. There's probably not much happening there. Oh, there's one over here. Munitions factory, which is losing a bundle of money, so we have lost interest in that. We've looked at those goods we haven't looked at. So there's a factory, a tool and die here, which is losing a ton. Where else? There's another one up here, which is also losing. Starting to think goods is not going to be something we get involved with. This one, yeah, so we're not going to be doing with goods. Grain, iron, lumber, I don't think we've looked at yet. I'm also not seeing any sources. I'm seeing plenty of places that want it. Oh, there's one. But that's going to be a port, so we can't buy it. Although, because it is there, things that want lumber, we might be able to work with kind of indirectly. Oh, it's a weapons factory. They won't, because they're not getting steel, so they're no good. Alright, who else wanted lumber near here? Up here. That's another weapons factory and a construction firm. We can't buy those, and I wouldn't want this one anyway. Alright, never mind on lumber. Mail we can't do because that's a train-only one, and it will never show any until you have trains. Meat we already looked at, and there really wasn't much happening with that we can work with. Milk, paper. Let's look at paper. I'm not seeing much happening here either. Something there wants it. But I'm not seeing much source for it. There's this port. These are probably just commercial buildings that are asking for it. You can't get involved with those. Excuse me. Okay. Never mind. Troops and weapons are probably no good, because these weapon factories are all failing, so. Alright, well I guess we're not getting involved in any of those, so I guess it's time to just continue picking up more and more of the ones that we've already got, that we know work. Got that one. And then I guess I'll pay off those bonds, because there's no point in paying the interest on them anymore. We're making enough now that I don't really need to have borrowed money. And paying those off is effectively the same as investing in something that makes that percentage, so that'll be the next thing I do, is I'll just pay off this debt. We already saw that, but thank you. Okay. And I mean, it's probably not the most efficient way to pay that off. It's probably better to keep it and just keep investing that money, because I'm sure I can find stuff that's better than 7%. But it kind of bugs me just having these here, so I'm just going to pay them off. It's not absolute ideal, but I think we're far well enough into the game now that I've got a good handle. And the company is definitely doing well enough that I don't need to worry about it too much. We can definitely be working with our own money now, for sure. That's my opinion anyway. And I'm sure the banks would agree, because they probably want their money back. So, there's the first one. Feeling slightly better already. Oh, I don't think I'm going to have enough. No, I didn't. Oh, I just got it. Interesting. I thought I was going to default this year. Oh yeah, this will be totally fine. This part I have no doubt will make it, so it's only really a question of just how much money I have to spend. And if it comes right down to it, you know, late 1901, I'll just go in through and sell every single one of my industries, because by then I'll have definitely made the industry profits, and technically I won't need them anymore. And that close to the end, if I still haven't finished this train, then I'll just sell them all off. I'm sure if I look at the balance sheet, yeah, I've already got 8 million in industry buildings. I'm sure I could build a train for about 8 million. So, I'm pretty sure we're going to get the gold on this mission. I would be very surprised if I somehow find a way to fail it. Although, if anyone can do it, that would be me. Anyway, let's pay off another one of those. The shareholders helpfully paid most of that for us, so that was nice of them. Well, it's actually doing just fine. I think that's mostly, though, in this game, the economy's been mostly good. And again, that's random as well, so I could probably play this exact same scenario again another time. The economy will tend to be poor that game, and I'd probably fail miserably. New train, that's nice. I don't have any train rates right now, so I don't really care. I don't think I even have to run a train for that mission. The goal, it only said to connect them, and usually as soon as you plunk the second station down, it'll count it, so. Hey, sheep farm I don't own. Let's fix that. I don't know for sure, but so I'll try and save a few months in case I do actually have to run a train, but I don't think it's going to come up, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to build that track long before then, and I don't think I'm going to have to go through and sell off all the industries. I really don't want to either, because it'd take a long, long time to go through them all, and that would be very, very annoying. But anyway. No, I'm not going to be able to, because they're going to steal that again. Jerks. Anyway. Yeah, they're still mostly okay. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. Doing just fine. And somewhere in late February will be the next time to do this. And that's the other thing, if this game had happened to be in one where the economy was generally doing poorly, like it's starting to now, the share price also drops, and therefore you get less from the stock. Oh, Alfonso is dead. Interesting. Anyway. Okay, and with that, we can buy off. Actually, we can do two of them. We are very nearly clear of all debt. That will be very good, because that means this interest that we've been paying will vanish. And in fact, you gain interest on having positive money, although the amount is very, very minimal. Patronato law. There we go. So they are on their way to getting rid of slavery. Awesome. And however little, I helped a tiny, tiny, tiny bit in that by hooking that guy up with the king. So, yay me, I helped in my own super minor way to abolish slavery. Yay. Anyway. Just going to go ahead and buy off that last bond, and then we are free and clear. Which will be a delightful feeling. Almost. Need 510 to pay it, because it's the 500 plus a 10,000 fee. There we go. We are now officially debt-free. Hooray! So no longer will we be paying interest at all. This will be the last year that we see negative interest. Excellent. Yes, yes, thank you for that. Aw, you're upset because the economy's not doing as well and somehow that's my fault. Okay, I see. Yeah, I think one more year and I'll be complete this part entirely, which would be nice. And we're just going to wait for March and steal from the shareholders again, even though they're upset with me. I don't care. A little more. It would be nice if it actually told you exactly when that was, instead of just having to just guess, because it doesn't ever actually show the actual day of the month, just what month you're in. So you can never really tell, like, am I, just a day or two away, or am I, 3 weeks away, or what have you. So it's kind of annoying. Anyway, sheep farm, we will take it. And another one over here. Oh, I already have that one. Okay, excellent. Oh, it's just a house, okay. Don't care about those. Alright. Well, I guess at this point I may as well start working towards building this rail. I want to... Yes, I know. This is now the third time you've told me that. Thank you. I think I want to try to avoid these rivers, so I'm going to send the rail up above and over them. It's a much longer trip, but given I'm not actually ever going to run the actual rail, yeah, down this little valley, I think, I will definitely have to cross at least one river. I don't think I can get to Barcelona without... Oh, hang on. There might be a little gap. I'm not sure I want to go way over here, though, just to avoid a river. I'll pay more in the extra track than I would just for the bridge. Oh, good, a recession. I'm sure that'll make the shareholders nice and happy. And that will again be my fault. So it's my fault the stock price goes down during a recession. Not entirely sure how they figure that, but it's a fact. They're going to be mad at me. I guess the other option I could do is actually start trying to make personal wealth, buy all these people off, and then I won't really have to care what they think. But anyway. Yes, they're highly annoyed at me because it's a recession. Go away. There. Okay, so the gold is done in terms of the industry profits. I don't even have to look. In fact, I probably won't even bother opening this book up anymore unless I do start defaulting or something and I have to watch that. But otherwise, there's, as far as I'm concerned, no reason to even open this anymore because I don't care what the shareholders think. And I know I've already passed that part. So when these pop up, I'm just going to close them. So I'm sorry if that's something you actually like looking at, but I see it as pointless now. Alright, I'll just start over here in Barcelona. Make sure I'm on the cheapest bridge, single track. I was about to say make sure electric's off, but it's only 1887, so it wouldn't be electric anyway. And do I want to go over or under? Doesn't really matter, let's go over, I guess. Right through here. Normally this would be horrible, you would never want a train on here, but like I say, I'm not actually ever going to build a train, so I don't really care. Tiny little station that officially makes Barcelona connected. Nope, no it won't, that's too far away. Crap. Come on. No, I'm not paying maintenance on a station that's never going to do me any value and doesn't count towards mission. Okay, now Barcelona's officially connected. Fantastic. No, let's not bulldoze, let's continue building. Okay, that'll do for now. Oh, can milk the shareholders. Because why should they have money when I can have money instead, right? And let's start a rail for Madrid. I guess you can just go right up, cut the needle there. Again, a nice small station, says it's connected, we're happy. And now all we have to do is get these two pieces to connect to each other. And as soon as that's done, I'm pretty sure I have completely and utterly passed this mission. With a gold medal on the first try. That's not bad. If you watched my earlier two Railroad Tycoon 3 scenarios, they were actually both the same scenario because I failed it the very first time. It was not a great start to the series. Okay, slavery is officially abolished, thanks to the King of Spain, who died a couple years ago, and to me. How very nice. Well, he's dead, so he gets no credit. I guess I take full credit for it then. That's how that works, right? Anyway. I guess if I really wanted to, I could actually refloat those bonds and just finish this off, but I'd rather just do it myself, debt-free. Makes me feel better. That way I can say it has nothing to do with the bank, and I'm still paying their bizarre $150K a year fee for things that I don't entirely understand. I guess I should have paid more attention to the briefing at the beginning. Maybe it talked about why, but it doesn't matter. Either way, I can just consider that a tax. And it's not a big deal. It's not pleasant, but it's not a big deal. I've never missed it, so I have no defaults, so can't be that bad. Anyway. Yeah. Great. Sometime in late March we can milk these again. And I don't think that'll be quite enough to complete, but we'll get awfully close. We'll get them to within one screen of each other, so that'll be pretty good. A little more. Let's try that. Nope. A little more. See, this is why I'd like it to actually show me what day it was. Okay, we're now into early April. If we actually even get to the next year, we might. It's going to be close. These are all very expensive. Yeah, we are so close. Just to ballpark it, we're 369 about. That, I think we can do. Since we're pulling in about $500,000 a year, maybe a little less because the economy is worse, but about that. Oh, you even got money in from the US. How nice for them. That's cool. So close, so close. So very, very, very close. Jump off the train, just run across. Just push it. Pretty sure that's not how that works. There we go. They are connected. And now at the end of the year, I guess I will officially default on the last payment, but I really don't care because that is gold. So there you go. That is the Spanish mainline scenario. Nothing wrong with the gold on the first try. I'm happy with that. And I hope you guys all enjoyed watching me play through that. So until next time, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.